What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Petersen, and Cam Newton had some interesting words for Lamar Jackson, okay? Usually we're talking about guys like, what's his name? Nick something or Colin Cowherd or Dan Orlovsky. Nick Wright, that's it. But today we're talking about somebody different, okay? It's Cam Newton. He had some interesting things to say about Lamar Jackson. I won't waste any time. Let's get straight into it. But before we do any of that, I got to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. Giants Now host Marshall Green challenged me to a sub battle. We're taking on the Giants on Sunday. We're taking them on today and throughout the rest of the week right here on YouTube. They currently are in the lead, beating us in this sub battle 32-28, okay? But we're not far behind them, right? That lead is very obtainable. So if you haven't already, and if you're looking for a place to get all the Ravens content you can need right here on YouTube, you found it, so make sure to hit that sub button. Alrighty, if you've seen this clip before, you know what we're about to talk about. Cam Newton on his podcast, 4th and 1, had some things to say about Lamar Jackson. It feels like kind of every single player that's ever played in the NFL and ever will play in the NFL is just going to end up having a podcast. But I guess Cam Newton, even though he dresses like he's a Dr. Seuss character, has some pretty entertaining takes and says some pretty entertaining things. This is what he had to say about our guy, Lamar Jackson. He is the greatest dual-threat quarterback to play this game, bar none. You can do things on the football field that nobody has ever been able to do. That is your skill, not your deficit. Lamar, bro, be you and do you. Because even though you know that you have to get all the other people involved in the game, bro, you've got something that a lot of people wish that they had. The uncanny ability to get the F home at any time. You're the only person in history that can be successful just dropping back and being blind. You know, usually when we have these kind of videos and talk about what people are saying about Lamar Jackson, about this team, I usually disagree, right? But with this take, honestly, guys, like, I could not agree more with anything in the history of the world that Cam Newton could have said. Because he hit this right on the head, right? And we've all seen it. We've even talked about it in the past couple of weeks, but Lamar, for some reason, has been almost holding himself back, right? He hasn't been trying to be as mobile. He's been forcing throws when we've seen other seasons. He just tucks it, runs it, gets 10, and moves on. But it seems a little bit different this year. And I love Cam prodding him, encouragingly, saying, dude, you're the best to ever do it. You have the uncanny ability to get the F home. You could drop back blind. I agree with every single thing that Cam Newton just said. And on the rest of the show, we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive. We're going to look into Lamar's running tendencies this year, maybe compared to past years. Before we get into that, you've heard my take on this already. Okay, I agree with Cam Newton, but do you agree with Cam Newton? Okay, let me know in the comment section down below. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. You might get hit with a YouTube ad break in just a little bit, so if that time comes, take advantage of it, make it go by a little bit faster. Get down in the comment section and give me a Y or an N. You know, it's not just Cam, it's not just me, but it's also Lamar's mom. I know you guys have seen this before. This happened a couple weeks ago after, I guess a week and a half ago, after the Sunday loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. This tweet from Karita Parks saying, when Lamar Jackson was asked if he missed opportunities to run, he said, yes, my mama just cussed me out about that. She told him there were wide open lanes and he should have took off. Well, Lamar, your mom is dead on, okay? And we're going to look at two pictures that we looked at even before the Philadelphia Eagles game. Because when we were going into that game, we said we need Lamar to be mobile more. We knew it going into it, and then things, unfortunately, didn't really change. Because we saw it in the game against Pittsburgh, and we saw it in the game even prior to that against the Los Angeles Chargers. But let's talk the Pittsburgh game, okay? Here's a great example. Right? Look at all that green grass right in front of them. That green circle right there. Everybody else is preoccupied on the Steelers, except that safety right on that right hash mark about the 40-yard line. Lamar forces his throw to the sideline to Zay Flowers instead of just tucking it and running it. And even if he's not going to go on that red arrow, I guess this way, He has all that green grass. All of it, if he just runs straight. But heck, he can cut it better than anybody. Why doesn't he just cut it, go out to the right? I'm taking Lamar one-on-one versus any safety in the league. And then we saw the same thing kind of unfold against Los Angeles. Look at all that green space right here. I didn't circle him, but he's right here, right where my fingers are. And look at all that green, right in front of him. That's like 15 yards of space. Now, I do want him to be smart about it, right? I don't want him being stupid and trying to take hits and ending up fumbling the ball, costing this football team, and also him, possibly getting hurt as well. But you got to take the run options when they give them to you. You're Lamar freaking Jackson. And instead, you're forcing throws all the way downfield to the end zone when you got 15 yards in front of you where there's not a blue jersey in sight. And if you look at just the last 5 games, you can see this has been a problem, okay? 3 carries, 4 yards against Denver. 7 carries, 33 yards against Cincinnati. 4 carries, 46 yards against Pittsburgh. 8 carries, 15 yards against Los Angeles. 8 carries, 79 yards against Philadelphia. Guys, he's just not tucking it and running it. And I don't know why, but it just looks a little bit different this year. And I think every single one of you guys agree with me on that fact, right? He went 5 straight games where 4 of them, he didn't even get over 50 yards running. You're Lamar Jackson, okay? I get it. You got a lot of other people to get involved, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but we need to see these numbers go up. You need to see every single one of those numbers go up. Alrighty, if you want a chance to go see Lamar Jackson play for the Baltimore Ravens, I suggest you use our friends and the sponsor of today's video, our friends over at Game Time. Game Time is a place to go for the best seats at the lowest prices guaranteed. It's the only place I go for any college football or NFL games. Game Time has a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks, and it makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. The tool highlights the best deals, including great and amazing deals. For some events, Game Time Picks also identifies a super deal, which is the best seat value in the venue. Take the guesswork out of Game Time with buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Guys, it's the only place I go to buy any of my tickets. I love the views from your seats. I love the fact that with code CHATSPORTS, you can get $20 off. I love the fact that there's just no surprise fees. You're not going to get your cart full, get all excited, and get hit with, bam, $500 of a random fee you don't even know where it goes to. That's why I use Game Time. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. So if you look at these 2 seasons, okay, and I didn't just take all of 2019. I took 2019 specifically when he was playing, the first 13 games he had played. And compared to 2024, it's a pretty striking difference, okay? 151 carries, that's 40 more. 1,017 yards, that's almost 400 more. He's averaging almost a yard more a carry. He has 4 more touchdowns and 101 more yards over expected than he does this year, okay? And so it's obvious. And I'm not saying I want Lamar to tuck it and run it as much as he did in 2019. I don't think a quarterback's ever going to replicate that season. But I just need to see it a little bit more than we're seeing it so far in 2024. Okay, I'm going to make a statement. Lamar using his legs gives the Ravens the best chance to win the football game. Do you agree or do you disagree? Okay, if you agree, type A in the comment section down below. And if you disagree, go ahead. Give me a D down there. For Ravens analysis, latest news, rumors, breaking news, anything you could want for your Baltimore Ravens, you can find it right here on Ravens Rundown. And the best part about all of it, guys, is it is free. I'm frugal. I like a good deal, not a better deal than following Ravens Rundown, subbing, and staying by the channel. Okay, I get it, right? He's got a lot of people to share the wealth with, okay? Derrick Henry. He had 240 carries so far this year, 1,400 yards. Zay Flowers, 60 receptions, 863 yards Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, both over 490 yards. Justice Hill, 43 carries, 191 yards. I know there are only so many yards that can go around in a football game on a football team. I know he's got a lot of really good, talented players around him. But I think that we can all agree that this team plays better when he's using his legs and when he's playing free and easy. When he's playing like a kid who's just playing backyard football, right? Because that's the kind of player that Lamar Jackson is. That's what makes him so great, is he has the ability to do that. Not everybody has the ability to do that. And when he's taking away that ability himself, not even this game plan, not even this team, but himself, he's harnessing that for some reason. He's just hurting this team. He's just hurting himself, okay? He's had in his career 14 100-yard rush games. You want to know the Ravens' record in that? It's 11-3, okay? So this team, factually, when he runs the football more and when he does stuff more with his legs, this team is just flat out better, okay? So Lamar, if you're listening, and I have it on pretty bad authority, you are an avid viewer of this channel. If you're listening right now, I know you got to share the rock. I know you got guys to hand it off to, guys to throw it to. But don't forget to tuck it, run it, keep it yourself, because that's what makes you great, okay? Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. This has been Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Petersen. If you liked today's video, if you liked today's channel, do me a favor on your way out and make sure you hit that subscribe